just helped ourselves to a really big plate of breakfast. We have a long travel day ahead of us, so it's time to clean up all of this in the next hour before we check out. Okay, let's head out. Bye, puppy. Bye. Okay, so it's time to check out and make a short walk to then catch our ferry. Hopefully it's on time and it's a pretty smooth travel day. But first, we need some coffee. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. I think we are just gonna hang out here until our ferry comes. It's a pretty nice view. Time to get on the ferry. Okay, so this ferry that we're on is going to take us to Paros, where we have a lengthy layover of about 7 hours. So I think this ferry ride is about 3.5, so not too long. Alright, we're about halfway done our first ferry ride. Yeah, the ferry ride is going pretty good. There's like hardly any waves, so it's been pretty calm, which is nice. I like that. This one is the same ferry that we actually took to Milos. We're not going to give you a tour. It's the exact same layout as last time, but at least this time it's not a sauna in here. Maybe that's because we're not sitting by the window, but I think the air conditioning is actually on, which makes this a really comfortable ride.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention please? We would like to inform all our passengers that the Nixon side, the ship will arrive at the port of Paros. Passengers with destination the port of Paros are kindly requested to prepare for disembarkation. Thank you.
Welcome to Paros! Alright, so we are at the coffee shop for a couple hours here because we have a lengthy layover right now, but the place is super cute, very fancy. Prices are not terrible, which is good because I don't think we wanted to walk around anymore. A little tired from the ferry, but we're gonna get some coffee and some snacks to tide us over, so we'll show you guys what we get. Okay, so I got one of their sandwiches. This one has lettuce, tomato, bacon, eggs, and then it's also got their homemade mayo on it. Ooh, yeah. Wow, it looks super good. It looks very, very yummy. I'm so hungry. This is hitting the spot. It's really good. So this traditional coffee was recommended to us on one of our YouTube videos. So I am going to give it a try. Usually we get hot drinks just because we're kind of nervous with the water and ice and stuff. But I am going to risk it and try it right now. It looks so good. This is the Freddo. I don't know if it's Freddo or Frito coffee. So I'm gonna try this. so good. It's really hot in here, so I wanted a cold drink, which this is hitting the spot. Super yummy. Thank you for the recommendation. I got a sweet lunch, as usual. This is loaded up with strawberries and bananas and whipped cream and syrup. So I'm definitely gonna dive into this. Probably need a knife. Some whipped cream. This is so good. So yummy. Pancakes are so fluffy. And the strawberries too, so good. I haven't had a strawberry in over a month now, so this is awesome. Okay, so we pulled ourselves away from the cafe. We have about 1 hour of daylight left before the sun goes down, so we're gonna see what we can explore in the town that we're at on Paros. I think it's called Perikia, I believe. I'd have to double check. I'll put it down here, but we have about an hour of daylight, so we're gonna go exploring and then find a place to watch the sunset. Walking down these like cobbled streets really reminds me of Mykonos because all of the buildings are whitewashed. It's a little bit narrower than the streets that we were just walking on, which were huge. Like the streets that we were just on were huge walking streets, so maybe there's lots of stalls set up in the summer. But first impressions, Paros seems pretty open. There's a lot of people around, but not a lot of shops. So we just happened to look down the street and there's a beautiful walkway that looked like it just went off to nowhere. So we decided to check it out. And I'm not sure where we are in the town, but this has an absolutely stunning view of the sunset. And we're by like a church and it's got like a little balcony. So that's where we are right now. Definitely one of the top sunsets I've seen in my entire life. It looks so cool. The sun is like a perfect orange ball right above that island. Oh my gosh. We're spending so much time here. That was so beautiful. One of the top sunsets like in my entire life. The sun looked huge. Yeah, it was so big. Like it was like it didn't hurt your eyes to look at it. So I literally just stared at this huge orange globe that was like going down. Yeah, that was stunning. And the place that we were at was up there. So if you're in Paros, definitely check out the sunset from there. Or if it's super crowded, we just came right by the water. Honestly, anywhere on this side of the island where you can get a view of that, do it. Okay, so with the little bit of daylight we have left, we're just gonna do a bit more exploring, walking along the shore here, and then we're gonna go find a place to camp out for a couple hours and wait for the ferry. Maybe get some more food. Alright, so Robin and I are still walking around, and we just walked past one of the travel agencies that sells tickets for the ferry that we're going to be taking over to Naxos. And I just wanted to check in and make sure that we were in the right spot. And he was like, yes, you are, but just a heads up, that ferry is never on time. I was like, oh, okay, that's good. And he said, yeah, it'll probably be like an hour late. So nice. Our already late night is getting even later. Okay, so we've just found a cafe that's right by the port.
We can actually see the port from where we're sitting, which is good because, as Marissa said, the ferry tends to be late. So this way we don't have to wait in the cold outside. We can stay nice and warm in here and then also have a good view and run out as soon as we see our ferry. So I think this is going to be our home for the next like 3 hours.
Okay, so Robin and I were under the impression that this cafe was open till what, midnight? Yeah, till midnight. So we were just gonna sit here and watch for the ferry because we'll pull in right there. And I was just going up to get a snack, and the lady said that they were closing at 8, which is right now. So we need to find a place to go sit for the next 3-4 hours, depending on how late our ferry is.
I think we're gonna go back to the cafe, or at least try and go back to the cafe that we were at earlier today, pending on when they close, I guess.
Yeah, they might be closed.
They might be closed, so it might be a very chilly evening for us, but hopefully we can find a place to sit inside. Out into the cold. Okay, so we made our way back to the coffee shop, which is where we were before, because we checked and they're open until midnight, so we have to leave here at 10:30 anyway, so that's good. We hopefully won't get kicked out. And I was really excited because I saw on the menu that they had loukoumades, which is the Greek donuts that I wanted to add to our Athens food tour, but I didn't get to because the shop was closed. So I tried to order them and she told me no, they don't have any right now, which is really sad. So I'm not really hungry anyways, but I wanted to obviously buy something since we're gonna be sitting here. So I think I'm gonna get a drink instead. This is what I got. This is what Narissa got.
I'm hungry. Time to catch the ferry. We have made it onto our ferry finally. It's like 11:40 right now, so a little bit later than we were originally supposed to be on here.
And
But
this is the nicest one that we've
it's so
been on
nice.
yet, and we're only here for like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't understand. There's like 3 cafes on this level that we're on.
Yeah, it's very fancy. So
We chose some nice recliner chairs so that we could take a nice 40-minute snooze before we get to our next place.
all right, so we made it to our Airbnb safe and sound. It's nice and warm in here, which is
So
awesome.
nice. And she was so lovely and responded so fast. And it's like, what is it, midnight?
It's 12:30.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they stayed up for us, which was really nice. And it made the check-in process really easy.
Yep. But we are exhausted.
So tired.
So we are gonna go to bed right now. Okay.
Yeah, good night. Oh my gosh, it's so bright.
I just want to sit.
Oh my god, that sounds so whiny.
I don't want to move again.